They mocked me, Medal of Honor hero, right in front of my own community. Whispers, sneers, and cruel jokes followed me everywhere I went that day. People who were supposed to honor my sacrifice instead questioned my courage, my story, even my integrity. Imagine risking your life on a battlefield, seeing your closest friends fall, and then coming home only to be met with ridicule. That was my reality. My name is David Thompson, and I never expected the fight to continue long after the war was over. It started at a small veterans event where I proudly wore my uniform and the Medal of Honor, the highest award in the military. But instead of applause, I heard snickers. People dismissed my sacrifice as a political stunt, calling me a glory seeker. And worse, their words cut deeper than any bullet ever could. How could those who live in freedom so easily mock the very ones who fought to protect it? Just when I thought I'd stand alone, a four-star general arrived. General Robert Hayes didn't just defend me, he silenced the skeptics and reminded everyone what true honor looks like. His presence changed everything, shifting the crowd's attitude from scorn to respect. This is the story of how courage isn't just tested in battle, but also in the face of disbelief. It's about how one man's unwavering honor forced a community to confront their ignorance, and how a single visit from a decorated general restored faith and dignity, not just for me, but for all who serve. Stay with me, because this isn't just my story. It's a lesson about respect, sacrifice, and standing tall when the world doubts you. They mocked a Medal of Honor hero until a four-star general showed up. I never imagined that the very people I was supposed to trust would be the ones who mocked me most cruelly, but that's exactly how it happened. My name is David Thompson, and this is the story of how I went from being laughed at for wearing my Medal of Honor to having a four-star general show up and change everything. It all started on what should have been a proud day. After years of service and countless sacrifices, I had finally been awarded the Medal of Honor for an operation that saved dozens of lives under impossible conditions. The ceremony was held at a local veterans event near my hometown, a modest gathering, but one that mattered deeply to me. I wanted my community to see what the uniform represented, the courage, the hardships, and the unspoken bonds between soldiers. I walked into the venue wearing my dress uniform, the medal gleaming on my chest. At first, a few people greeted me respectfully, but as the event went on, the atmosphere shifted. I noticed whispers, side glances, and worse, open smirks. Some of the younger folks joked loudly, saying things like, "Oh, look, here comes Captain America, man. Bet he only got that medal because of politics." It felt like the air was turning hostile. One group, a cluster of middle-aged men and women, made no effort to hide their disdain. They called me a glory seeker and a war profiteer, though I never received a cent for my service beyond the standard military pay. They acted as if the years of grueling training, the nights spent in freezing mud, and the friends lost along the way meant nothing. The worst moment came when a local radio host made a mocking comment on air, questioning the authenticity of the medal and accusing veterans like me of exaggerating our stories to gain sympathy or favors. It cut deep. The people I thought would celebrate and support me instead turned their backs. I felt a mix of anger and sadness, but I decided to stay silent and dignified. This was my moment, and I would not let petty jealousy steal my pride. But I was exhausted by the weight of judgment and the unfairness of it all. Word of the mockery spread quickly. Some of my fellow veterans called to express solidarity, but many told me to ignore the haters and move on. It was easier said than done. I kept thinking of the operation that earned me the medal, a mission deep behind enemy lines, where my squad was ambushed and I took a bullet meant for my team leader. The pain was real, the danger was real, and the lives saved were real. Yet none of that seemed to matter to those who mocked me. The turning point came unexpectedly. A few days after the event, I received a call from an old commander, General Robert Hayes, a four-star general who had led many of our joint operations. We hadn't spoken in a while, but he had heard about what happened. Without hesitation, he told me he was coming to the next veterans gathering to support me personally. When General Hayes arrived, the atmosphere changed instantly. Tall, imposing, with decades of decorated service behind him, he didn't say much at first, but when he walked in wearing his own uniform, adorned with medals and ribbons, all eyes turned. He walked directly to me and placed a firm hand on my shoulder. "David, I know the truth about your courage and sacrifice," he said in a voice that commanded respect. Then, to the entire crowd, he addressed the mockers and the skeptics. "Those of you who doubt the honor of this man and others like him," he began, "should know that every medal, every scar, every sleepless night in the field is earned with blood and sacrifice. This Medal of Honor is not a trinket to be mocked. It is the highest recognition our country can bestow. David saved lives, stood between danger and his brothers, and exemplifies what it means to serve with honor." The crowd was silent, many faces flushed with embarrassment. Some tried to murmur excuses, but General Hayes's presence was undeniable. He continued, "If you cannot respect those who have put their lives on the line for your safety, then you do not deserve the freedom they fought to protect." After his speech, several veterans stepped forward to share their own stories, backing up my experiences. The local media was invited to cover the event this time, and the story took on a new light, one of respect, courage, and the cost of service. In the days that followed, I received letters and messages from strangers who expressed their gratitude and apologized for the unfair treatment I had endured. It reminded me why I served, to protect people, not for medals or fame, but for the hope that freedom and respect can flourish. Looking back, the mockery was painful, but it also showed me who truly values sacrifice and who just talks without understanding. The arrival of General Hayes wasn't just about defending me, it was a reminder to everyone that honor is earned and must be protected, not tarnished by ignorance. That day, I didn't just wear my medal, I wore the respect of those who knew the truth, and I was proud to stand alongside heroes like General Hayes. From that moment forward, I knew my story would serve as a testament to the courage and resilience of every soldier who dares to stand for something greater than themselves.